Hey, how's it guys? In this video, we're going to learn how to solve a relatively pretty difficult SQL interview problem by Amazon. The question is called best selling item. And let's look at the description first before we dive into how to solve the problem. So we need to find the best selling item for each month. And we don't need to separate months by year where the biggest total invoice was paid. The best selling item is calculated using this formula here, unit price times quantity. Output a month, the description of the item along with the amount paid. And for this problem, we're giving a table called online retail. And these are the fields. If we look at the table, so I mean it's a retail table that contains invoice number, quantity is right here, and unit price is right here. Now, when looking at this problem, the first keyword that I notice is best selling item. So every time we insert a question that contains the description best, the question wants you to return the best items based on certain criteria. In this case, it's going to be based on the formula unit price times quantity. And we need to do that for each month. All right, so let me take a look at the table here. So here I need to use invoice date to determine the month. All right, so let's do this. So I'm going to insert my select statement, and I'm using SQL Server as the database system. So some of the functions may only be available in SQL Server, but the approach is going to be relatively the same for all other database systems. Now in SQL Server, I can extract the month value using date parse function. And here I want to extract the month, so I'm going to insert M to indicate the unit, followed by the column name, invoice date. And I'll name this as month number. Then I need to return description along with the amounts paid. And it's going to be unit price times quantity. And let's take a look. Okay, so I just want to check that I don't have any typo in my query. And because we need to return the total, so we need to insert a sum function and group by the other two fields. And because we need to return the best selling item, so what we can do is we can use the rank function to determine the highest selling item based on the total amount. So let's name this as total amount. And I'm going to determine the rank based on, and let's use dense rank so we don't skip any ranking. Now my partition or grouping is going to be based on the month period. So here I'm going to insert dense rank over, followed by partition by, followed by the grouping. And I want to rank by the total amounts. So I need to insert order by statement to determine how I want to rank the values. And it's going to be from highest to the lowest. So I need to sort this by descending order. And I'll name the field as total amount ranking. Now that's going to give me the base table that I can work with to answer this question. 95% of the time, whenever I solve an interview question, I tend to use common table expression to gives me a base table or base data set before I can solve a problem. And from the question, the only thing that we need to return is the best selling item, which is this record right here. So I'm going to wrap the result set using common table expression. Now name this as data set as. Then I'm going to select from the data set table where total amounts ranking is equals to 1. Then we need to return the counts based on the question specified. We need to return the month, description, and the amount paid. And I noticed that my data set is returning more records than I expect. Okay, so that is actually correct because we need to return the best selling item for each month. So for January, it's going to be this item right here. February is going to be this item right here, and so on. Now I'm going to click on check solution, and the system will mark the solution as solved. So this is going to be everything I'm going to cover in this video, and hopefully you guys find this video useful. And feel free to post your question or your feedback in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.